Hello, my name is Imani. I am the founder of Junkie and the co-founder of Curator Collective. I've been working with Dr. Helane as a one-on-one coaching client for almost a year now, and it has been one of the most transformational years, not only for my brand and business, but also for myself as an entrepreneur. Back in 2019, I started to conceptualize what Junkie is now. And I remember when I first thought of the idea, I knew it was never supposed to be something that was two-dimensional. It was always supposed to be something that was multifaceted and covered a lot of areas and a lot of different things. The problem is, even though I could see the vision very clearly and I knew that this was what God put in me to do, this was my purpose, it was extremely difficult for me to articulate and share it out to the world and even to the people I knew were my ideal clients. Interacting with some people and having conversation with them and thinking, wow, you are the reason why I'm creating Junkie, but not being able to formulate in words in a way that they would understand was torturous. It really just made me miserable because I knew it was something I was supposed to be doing, but I just did not know how to take the first step. Or when I did try to take the first step, it was like something back forward. I did something wrong, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back type of thing. And after about 3 years of trying and even sharing it out with, family members or people who I considered ideal clients, it was always met with some type of resistance, whether it just be pure confusion or just people felt like I was doing too much. Oh, you need to pick one thing and focus on that, or you got too many things going on. It can't be, you can't do all that, you can't have it all. I beg to differ. And it after so many times of being something that you create and something that you are nurturing has been shot down on so many different occasions, I started to get very protective of Junkie. Instead of wanting to share it and give it out to the world, I just wanted to hide it away and protect it. And I knew that was not the purpose. That's not what I was supposed to be doing with it. But I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know how to get it out, and my little heart could only take so much. So I remember I was having a conversation with my dad, and he was telling me about how he's writing a book. And oh, that's so great. And he's like, yeah, I'm working with one old friend. Her name is Dr. Helane. Da, da, da. I said, oh, that's wonderful. He's like, I actually think you should speak to her. And I'm like, he's like, I know that this is something you've been wanting to do. And I would briefly talk to him about it every so often. And so he really just encouraged me to reach out to her. He sent me her number and he's like, I'm going to tell her to expect a call from you. So you reach out because I think she would be a great person for you in what you're trying to do. I'm not gonna lie, I was very, very hesitant. This was a new person. Again, I had already been, kind of decided to put it and protect it away. And so I was very uneasy about sharing this with somebody I had never met before. I didn't know, I just was very unsure. But I trusted my dad. He knew how precious this was to me, and I went for it. So our first call, I remember just being on pins and needles because I was like, oh my gosh, like, what is she gonna say? She's just gonna hate the idea. She's gonna be like, you're just doing too much, like, you're all over the place. And I remember she, we light banter and we're talking, and she tells me, tell me about what you're trying to do. Give it to me. And very similar to how it was the previous years, just kind of word vomit and, giving her bits and pieces like, okay, it's supposed to have this and it's supposed to have that. And it's also going to have a little bit of this and it's supposed to do this and it's supposed to kind of feel like this. Just, kind of just spewing all this stuff I had in my brain. And I remember finishing and just kind of holding my breath. because I was prepared for the same, oh, you're doing too much, girl, you gotta figure out, like, I can't take you on as client, you're too much, it's too much, you know, all that same narrative. And the next things out of her mouth, the next words out of her mouth were, so this is what I heard you say. And that alone was so validating for me, because she heard me. Like, you heard what I was saying. You received it. Because usually the first thing out of people's mouth is, you know, I'm confused, like, oh, you're doing too much, or I'm not really understanding. And she says, here's what I heard you say. And she goes on to articulate every little piece of word vomit I had given her, and encompassed it in this beautiful little package. And after she's finished her spiel, I was like, you get it. You get it. And not only do you get it, but you believe in it. And that was one of the most beautiful things that anybody could ever give me. Not only did you receive all the things that I was giving, you could see the picture. You saw that this was something that was put inside me to share out, and she was ready to nurture that, and excited to work with me, and I was excited to work with her. And I couldn't believe that somebody actually got it and believed in what I was wanting to do, had been wanting to do. And now, almost a year later, I have so much confidence in what I'm building. And now people ask me about it, and I can spew off a whole brand statement, a personal mission statement, my values. Being given that gift of how to share my gift out to the world, I will never be able to fully repay Dr. Helane. So here's my words to you. If you have something in your heart, in your spirit, that you know you're supposed to be doing, you know God placed on your heart, you know is meant to be shared out to the world, and you just don't know how, reach out to Dr. Helane. She gonna get you together. She's gonna get it right. Her courses have been astronomical to my mindset, getting my mind out of the regular thought process and into really thinking like an entrepreneur and a boss, which led me to create other businesses and collaborations. And this is only the beginning. I have this running joke with Dr. Helane. When one of my contracts ends, she's like, okay, well, you know, I'm not sure if you want to start up another contract. I'm like, girl, please put me on another contract. Matter of fact, can we make this one longer? Let's make this one 6 months, because 3 months is not enough. I cannot thank Dr. Helane enough for what she's already given me, and I'm so excited about what's to come, because we've only hit the tip of the iceberg, and I know that I would not be able to, I wouldn't have gotten this far without her. And I'm so excited to see where this goes and how much further we can go together. And I highly encourage anybody who feels the same feelings about something that they want to create, or something that's been placed in their hearts or in their spirits to share out with the world. Dr. Helane is the way to go. She's going to get you together.